Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Mystic. I'm here on Mystic Hotst on Twitch.com with another NGS Division C West replay cast. Today we have Squad 9 Alpha versus Psycho Swarm here in Division C West, as I have mentioned. Going into this, I do not have the records. This is a replay from round 3, so unfortunately, if any records I could pull would be inaccurate at the time of this cast. So let's jump right in here. The first map is going to be on Dragon Shrine, where the bands were on the side as follows. Psycho Swarm with a ban on Asmodan, Deckard, Kane, and Hanzo. Squad 9 banning Malthael, Greymane, and Anubarak. As we jump on into the action here, we have on the side of Psycho Swarm, we have Kaiser on the Muradin, Cujo on the Abathur, Magic Walrus on the Genji, Brimalo on Karazim, and in the top lane we have Cheese Sticks on the Raynor. Over on the side of Squad 9 Alpha we have MJ Doom on the Yorel, Aura Luna on Anna, Zalonzi for the Cho'Gall. That is going to consist of Zaldreth and JSE Mons, and then Gola on the Gul'dan. A lot of power on this comp, a lot of control, and self-sustain on this comp. Let's see who prevails here as we jump right into the match in roughly 20 seconds. Looking at these early drafts, if Cho'Gall and Gul'dan can get the stacks that they need on particular quests, Gul'dan in particular getting the quests for Echo Corruption and her sleep darts, if they can sustain and hold on long enough to come online, then they shall be a very powerful combination going into the late game. But if they fail to get their soak, if they don't hold down the forts and keep control of the match and allow Psycho Swarm to pull away, be it via XP, shrines, or whatever it may be, this could swing heavily into Psycho Swarm's favor. Again, bear with this. This is a recast of a replay from before the patch, so some of the controls are a little bit wonky. I've already had it jump across the map. I've had to do all sorts of things here in the test run, so bear with us if anything goes a little wonky. Going down here, we got Cho'Gall and Anna rotating into the bottom lane, Muradin with the Abathur hat, followed by Genji and Karazim. As you can see, the camera just going all over the place there. So back and forth, these teams are going to fight, get their XP. Both teams sitting at a comfortable level 2 at the moment. Abathur soaking the middle lane as close as he can to those minions, and Jimmy dueling it out with the Aurel in the top lane. Muradin alone down here at the moment, but Karazim and Genji taking the camp safely. Muradin just trying to keep them distracted long enough without dying. But his health does grow low. Abathur is going to get the hat on him to give him a little bit of a cushion there. And the shrines are underway. As is known on Dragonshire, there are 2 shrines that must be competed over, top and bottom. Whichever team has control of both shrines will have the Dragon Knight available to them to be taken. The team with the Dragon Knight has a powerful sieging tool to help push down the lanes. It does extra damage to forts, towers, and keeps, as well as walls and any structures and minions. It also has the ability to boot people away and spread fire across the battlefield. Early on, the Dragon Knight is not quite as powerful as it can be, but as the game goes on, it grows more and more powerful, helping to move the match along. And Anna with a very nice sleep dart there on the Muradin. And already you can see that Psycho Swarm has early control of the shrine. Zalonz is dropping low. Cho'Gall getting very low there, but Anna just going to keep firing darts in his butt, keep him nice and topped off. And again, Psycho Swarm has control of the shrines. As Gul'dan and Karazim with an Abathur hat continue to dance about the middle here. Rail rotating down as well to help interrupt, but Cho'Gall and Anna able to secure that bottom shrine. There's still one siege giant going, and he finally falls to a few darts. Anna getting low on mana. Zalone's is trapped between Muradin and them, but he's able to charge his way through, getting the hat to help give him a bit of a shield. And Kaiser's going to finally leap out, get some heals, and he and Bramalo are likely going to be... Well, Kaiser's going to be hurting, but Bramalo was able to get a drink. Going to get a little bit more mana there. The Genji looks to be rotating up towards the Aurel in the top lane. Can they get the pick here? There he goes. He's trying, not quite, but this is going to give him a chance to back up safely, popping the deflect there to stay alive from the tower shots. And Karazim just hanging out, getting the soak that he needs to. Murden, having rotated middle, now headed down bottom. Avatar still safely behind his wall. And Magic Walrus makes his way back down upon his magical cloud to see what he can do here in the bottom lane. Cho'Gall sitting at about half health here. Shrine taken for Cycle Swarm, but Yrel immediately up there to contest it, apologies. And back and forth they go. The Dance of the Dragon Shrine. It can be... Oh! Abathur popped by Gul'dan. Right there in the middle. We missed that one, unfortunately. I could rewind it, but the rewinds can take forever sometimes. Kaiser getting the stun on Gul'dan there. But he's going to have to walk away. Gola safely able to mount up, grab a drink, and continue what he was doing. Jimmy and Yrel still dancing up here. Looking to see who can get a little bit of a favor in the lane. Cho'Gall starting the camp with Anna giving him some long range support. And Cycle Swarm has sniffed it out, but they don't seem to be looking to take it at the moment. Yrel comes down to help as well, leaving Jimmy alone in the top lane, though Squad 9 does have a slight XP lead at the moment. Good sleep from the Anna. Cho'Gall trying to get around Muradin. He gets stunned. Now Muradin's the one in trouble with the Avatar hat to help try to buy him some time. He could be in trouble. Here comes the bomb, and it's just off kilter there. And Muradin again able to walk away safely. In the top lane, Yrel looks to be taking back the shrine. As Jimmy Cheese Sticks Raynor makes his way back up to contest. Yrel leaping out safely, and the shrine is now in favor of Squad 9. But not for long. Round and round he goes, comes back down. Muradin low again on the health, but Avatar looks to have taken the mule. It's going to keep those forts nice and secure there. As the mule does, it heals up any damage done to the towers. Avatar, the only remaining hero with that ability, actually, in the game. And it's such a powerful tool if used correctly. Cho'Gall trying to do some sieging. Muradin and Karazim both growing low. Cho'Gall running that armor so he can soak some of the damage from the towers. And Magic Wars on the Genji is in the backline towards the Anna. Luna doing her best to avoid him. She does as Cho'Gall gets back to help. And another little battle for the bottom shrine here. Kaiser low on health again. Leaps out, runs off, narrowly avoids the bomb. And Squad 9 continues to hold this bottom lane. They do have ult, so let's take a look here. Anna going with sleep darts all the way across. Dosa's blind, and then nano boost at level 10. Gul'dan rotating down to help as well. Cho'Gall chasing Kaiser along. And they're going to back out. Gaul opting for Taskmaster, bombs away, double trouble, which he's already completed, and the Shadow Bolt volley for his ultimate. Muradin in trouble, but he drops the Horrify. And down goes Muradin. Second kill of the match in the favor of Gala on the Gul'dan for Squad 9. And now they have the man advantage. Can they capitalize on it? And Gul'dan immediately goes down in the middle lane with some trickery from Genji. Following up, we've seen the Horrify from Gul'dan. We've got Chimera Twilight on Cho. And Yrel taking Ardent Defender along with Divine Steed, Aegis of Light, and Murad's Insight. Cho running Consuming Fire, Seared Flesh, and Firestarter. And Gul'dan sitting at 12 stacks here at the 7-minute mark. On Bombs Away, Gaul is sitting at 6. And Muradin at 19 stacks of Perfect Storm. So now, Cycle Swarm making their way in again. Jimmy holding down that top lane. Oh, he's got both towers down. He's taking out the walls. Cho'Gall just such a terror to take down in that bottom lane. Avatar continuing to soak. Level 10 is online. And level 12 now for both teams. With a little bit of lull in the action here, let's take a look at the ults for the other side of Psycho Swarm. Oh, Murden slept and Cho'Gall trying to secure the kill. Murden going to walk away. Cho'Gall has managed to siege down with the help of Anna. His front towers here and the gate, opening up a chance to take out that well in the bottom lane, and it does fall. So the advantage now is definitely in favor of Squad 9 here. As Cycle Swarm have lost their ability to recover health really quickly. Horrify on the Kharazim, Sins of running away, unfortunate for Gul'dan. Horrify is one of those ults where it's completely based on where inside the targeting circle they are when they get hit. Genji with the X-Strength, Anna is low. Clone Genji not quite able to secure the kill. Regular Genji doing what he could with the X-Strike. Anna's going to get out of there safely this time. In the top lane, Jimmy and Yrel dancing again. Jimmy's got that fort half dead. And quite content to poke Yrel as much as he can from a distance. Cycle Swarm with control of Shrine again, and here goes Abathur. He's making his way in. Gul'dan able to get enough on there just to keep that from happening, so Abathur's going to rotate quickly back. Genji dropping low here. Cho'Gall is chasing. There's a bomb. It doesn't go off on the Genji. Both teams have hit 13. Finishing up the ults on the other side, we have Ultimate Evolution, as we've seen, the clone on the Genji. X-Strike, which we've seen. Hyperion from Jimmy. Seven-sided strike from the Monk. And Haymaker out of Muradin. So Kharazim with that seven-sided strike, that is purely to chunk away Cho'Gall's health, hopefully getting him isolated, and I think that's what the Haymaker is going to be for. Isolate Cho'Gall from the Anna, get the seven-sided strike on him, get that damage in. There it is right there. Cho'Gall able to get out of it that time. There's a stun. Here comes the Genji, and down he goes. That's the kill Cycle Swarm was looking for. They're going to take them. They're going to finish off the Anna too with a nice ranged auto attack over the wall from the Genji. 3 down on the side of Squad 9. After making his way sneakily towards that shrine again. Cujo looking to grab it. Gul'dan has dropped back. He's rotating up to help stall the Jimmy push up here on the top lane. He's almost got that fort down completely. Big corruption hit, but Cujo grabbing the Dragon Knight is going to begin the work. We have an 11-minute first dragon. Gonna grab the early XP, the extra XP here from the towers. And probably rotate on down the bottom lane. Cho'Gall using the... Sorry, having some voice issues. Cho'Gall popping the ultimate, trying to chunk away that damage there. Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Muradin, Kharazim, and Genji doing some work. Front towers are down, wall is down. Here's a punt, and off goes Cho'Gall. Cycle Swarm picking up 16 with their Dragon Knight push, and it was quite effective. Unfortunately, Abathur was the one in there, and he doesn't have much of a way to get out. Didn't get the chance to burrow to freedom. Gets horrified and immediately goes down. Muradin's right next on the list here, but he's going to be able to get away safely, taking the last hit of that corruption stack. But walking away. Very nice first objective from the side of Cycle Swarm. As Squad 9 looking to take the Giants here. Can they keep him off? Genji is on the point. Yrel is here too. Genji is low. Genji barely getting out. Cho'Gall is low as well. There's another notification that they had a pause. And everybody walks away with their health there. Some of them lower than others. But the camp seems to be cleaned up very quick by Cycle Swarm here. Jimmy does grab the Knight. So as I was saying, very good first objective from the side of Cycle Swarm. They took out everything in the bottom lane. Took out everything. And Jimmy finished up what he was doing in the top lane. And they got the towers in the middle lane. So no wells, top or bottom. It's going to make holding both those points a little trickier. Bombs away completed for Cho'Gall. Let's take a look at the other quests here. 33 for the side of Perfect Storm. 31 for the Gul'dan. And Anna sitting at 14. If Gul'dan can finish the stacks pretty quick and they can combo that with a bomb, people should be dropping pretty quick. Jimmy being jumped on here in the top lane. Yrel and Gul'dan both pushing in. Gul'dan opting to leave. And Yrel going to use the Knights to help clean up the mess in the top lane. Abathur is ready to use Ultimate Evolution. As Cycle Swarm returns the favor, steals the camp from Squad 9. Big sleep dart from the Ana, unstoppable, protected by the way, and off he goes. So very good cleanse from the Kharazim, making sure his Genji can get out of there. That Cyborg Ninja needed healing, and he got it. Brawl for the bottom again. Horfire looking like it didn't hit anybody that time, but Murden is low, getting the unstoppable from the Kharazim again to get out of there. Kujo popping Ultimate Evolution, and here goes the double Genji. Always so devastating. Down goes the real Genji. But Kujo still doing some work on the clone. Down goes Gul'dan. Murden is low. Kharazim is low. Bomb barely misses, but Kharazim might not have enough health. He does. He walks out of there with less than 60 health. And Squad 9 is going to be looking to take this fort here. Catch back up in the XP. Level 16s. Big power spike is on for everybody. We've got the silence from Gul'dan. Sharpshooter from the side of Ana. With that big old target there, it's going to be able to keep her stacks up pretty well. Ult and block from Cho. Holy Wrath from Yrel. The Abathur had doing some work in the middle lane. Dwarf Lunch. So beware of flying dwarves here as Murden takes Dwarf Lunch. Getting 40% range on his leap as they're taking this bottom lane here. There's the cleansing touch from the Kharazim. Give me more from Jimmy. Final cut from Genji and adrenaline boost. So some extra speed there on the side of Abathur's shield. Kaiser in trouble again on the Murden. He is going to be able to leap away using that extra range to get out of there. And there's the speed boost from the Abathur as well. So everybody on both teams here in the bottom lane. Gul'dan making his way down now. Abathur the only one not there. Down goes the Ana. Hyperion zoning them out. Cho'Gall is low. Here's the clone from Kujo. Down goes Cho'Gall. Gul'dan and Yrel both getting low. Kujo doing some work with that clone. Down goes Gul'dan. They're going to wait out the bubble here from Yrel. There's the final strike. That's a full team wipe on the side of Psycho Swarm. Just losing that healer early on turns Cho'Gall from a terrorizing force with a nano boost into a chum that can be beaten down relatively quickly. And once he was out of the way, no front line besides Yrel, who could only knock people around, and they were able to continue the fight and press it on. So Psycho Swarm continue on. They've got their second Dragon Knight. They're taking down this keep. Ana is back up and disconnected. Cho'Gall is back up. Cho'Gall gets punted. Dragon Knight on the core. There was the pause notification again. And here goes Psycho Swarm looking to burn through this while they have the Dragon Knight up. Cho'Gall is nano boosted, doing what he can. He gets punted away again. There's a big Horrify hitting multiple people. X-Strike from the Genji. Level 20. Just enough to do it. And GG to game number 1 on the side of Psycho Swarm. As they take down the mighty Cho'Gall. Taking a look at the stats here. 48,000 healing on the side of Ana. Gall with top damage on the side of Squad 9 at 55,000. Gul'dan top siege damage at 113,000. Cho and Yrel combining for roughly 130,000 damage taken on the front line. On the side of Psycho Swarm, after not even getting top in the siege, it goes to Jimmy Cheese Sticks Raynor. with a whopping 19,000 and 128,000 siege damage. Genji top damage, top kills in the match. Top kills in the match. Karazim with 37,000 healing, an extra 22,000 coming from Abathur's shielding. And Muradin eating 78,000 damage here in match number 1, which does go in the favor of Psycho Swarm. If we take a look here, you can see the various talents. Level 20 was online at the end for Psycho Swarm. Unfortunately not on the side of Squad 9. It was just enough to give that extra boost of damage and stats to make that final push. So we're going to take a moment here to load up game number 2. It is going to be on Volskaya Foundry. We will go over the bans and such once the game is ready to load. Stay tuned, we'll be back shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the wait there. As I mentioned, this is replays from before the most recent patch, so things have to take a little time to load some of the older stuff. We are here on Volskaya for map number 2 between Squad 9 Alpha and Psycho Swarm. Psycho Swarm taking the first match on Dragonshire. Puts them up 1-0 here in the match. As we get ready to load in, the final things are coming. I'm letting the timer and the replay catch up a little bit so you're not waiting 30 seconds for this to start. As it does, let's jump on in here to the bans for this map. Bans on the side of Psycho Swarm were Asmodan, Deckard, Kane, and Urel. For Squad 9, it was Gul'dan, Alexstrasza, and Malthael. So both teams are ready to roll here. The replay is caught up. let's kick this off here. Match number 2 here on Volskaya between Psycho Swarm and Squad 9 Alpha. On the side of Squad 9 Alpha, we have Gola on the Jaina, JSE Mons on the Junkrat, Aura Luna on Stukov. They're all overlapping. Zeldrith on Garrosh and MJ Doom on the Thrall. On the side of Psycho Swarm, Kaiser is on Johanna. Kujo opting to forgo being a clone and taking Genji outright. Magic Walrus takes the Blaze. Cheese Sticks on Jimmy again. And Bramalo opting for Rhaegar this time around. And here we go, teams meeting in the middle for the usual opening number. Joe getting thrown immediately, able to walk out. Blasted sideways by a Junkrat mine. Thankfully for her, she was able to walk right back out of that. Had that mine center the other direction towards the enemy team. That could have spelt trouble. Poor Anna is having all kinds of connection issues in this match. Or Luna, I should say. She was Anna in game 1. As both teams do the typical 4-man rotation here on Volskaya. 4 in the middle, rotate up between the 2 lanes. Grab your glows for those who need them. And let the solo laners have their little party in the bottom. Always there, doing their job, often forgotten. Taking a look at the opening talents here, we've got Feeded Touch from Stukov, Echo the Elements from the Thrall, Junkrat opting for Put Some English on it, Warbreaker from Garrosh, and Fingers of Frost from Jaina. On the side of Psycho Swarm, we have Swift as the Wind from the Genji, Ace in the Hole from Jimmy, Wolf Run from Rhaegar, Adrenaline Sting Pack from the Blaze, and Hold Your Ground from Johanna. So Joe, knowing she's going to be at the forefront of those throws, opting to get the reduced cooldown on her invulnerability, as well as increasing how effective it is. You can see Kaiser now opting to be the one in the middle lane. Psycho Swarm has taken their camp, they're leaving it alone for now. Hopefully Squad 9 doesn't catch wind of this and sneak their way over there and steal it. Oftentimes teams will do that in order to leave it and grab it right as the objective is coming up, so it has to be dealt with at the same time. Very nice play. If it doesn't get stolen, it should work in their favor. Genji and Jimmy lining up here on the vent, either prepping for a support camp take or waiting for the rotation between lanes. And they sniff out the Jaina. There she is. And Genji and Jimmy just unloading everything they got on her. There's the dash from Kujo. He's going to pop the deflect and walk right out of there. And Jaina is the first blood drawn here on the side of Psycho Swarm. Just going to give them the chance to take the support camp as the objective is coming online in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Volskaya Foundry for those unfamiliar with it. It does take place on a map based off of the Overwatch universe of the same name, Volskaya. And similar to that Overwatch map, there are points to be taken. It is a control point map. Once teams are on the objective, it will start racking up percentage until it reaches 100%. First team to reach 100% does win the point and gets a giant protector to help them siege. It is a vehicle similar to the Dragonshire, but it is controlled by 2 players, 1 driver, 1 gunner, both having their own abilities within the vehicle. If both teams are on the point when it reaches 99% for one side, it will enter overtime, similar to Overwatch. And Garrosh with a backward slam there. I guess the throw was attempting on Joe, but she popped her invulnerability there. And Squad 9 getting driven out here just briefly. Genji in the backline here doing what he can to poke down the Thrall and the Garrosh, dashing through to safety. Junkrat has been wilted away. He's going to limp away as he does. Overtime has been procced. Down goes Garrosh. Big silence from Stukov though. Magic Walrus in trouble. He loses to the Thrall. Stukov falls as well, and this should be enough for Psycho Swarm to completely take this objective here. With the first objective down, here goes Psycho Swarm. We've got Johanna in the driver's seat, Genji in the gunner seat, and they're going to begin to push right here down the middle lane, taking the towers. Get that bonus XP here pretty quick, and then they are likely to rotate top lane. As has become the norm, you get the extra XP if you think you can get it in the mid lane. Don't sacrifice too much time or health. Rotate on up to the top. Try to get through the towers. At least get the well taken down so that when objective number 2 spawns, which is here on the top point, you have the advantage of having your well while the enemy team does not. And as you can see, there it goes. Going down ever so quickly to the protector. Down goes Garrosh. Getting snagged by Jimmy from the long range shots there. So this is going to give Cycloswarm a chance to take this top fort. Which is going to push their level up to 9. Nearly a 2-level lead here. Getting the snag from the floating hand there of the protector. It finally blows up. Objective is over. And Cycloswarm here halfway to level 10. As Squad 9 is entering level 8 just shortly. Moving down to bottom lane, the turret camp, known as the fortification camp here, is being taken, or was being taken by Squad 9. Cycloswarm quick to intervene, saying, no thank you, we'll take this. Stealing the camp, stealing the turret, and giving their goodbyes as they head away to safety. More than likely over to their own camp. So with the level 10 advantage here, now on line for Cycloswarm, we have X-Strike out of Genji, Hyperion out of Jimmy the Cheese Sticks Raynor. Ancestral Healing coming out of Rhaegar. Blaze with the ever-aggravating Bunker. And Blessed Shield on the side of Johanna. So a lot of control, a lot of, again, self-sustain here. There's a Hyperion. It can be so devastating to buildings. Gets a lot of widespread damage across the fortifications. Down goes one tower, down goes the gate. Cycloswarm taking the second tower as well. This is going to be a good preparation for the third objective, which will be in the bottom lane. On the side of Squad 9, Junkrat hanging out, rotating between top and bottom lanes, trying to get that soak, trying to desperately get that level 10 that is so badly needed so they can engage here. So Cycloswarm able to get half of the fort's health there. And we've lost the Stukov again. And now they're rotating up. They're either looking for Junkrat or they're going for the support camp here. Opting to just clear out the lane. Entering those bushes for the extra cover. And there they go, right under the support camp. They know they still have the ultimate advantage here for a moment. Squad 9 trying their best to hit level 10 as quickly as they can, as the objective will be up shortly. And Blaze and Thrall have returned, doing the bottom lane waltz. Squad 9 able to take their siege camp. It's going to begin its journey down that top lane here, as the objective should be coming up in 30 seconds. Meanwhile, Blaze is rotated towards the middle. Cujo hanging out on his cybernetic horse with his cybernetic ninja. He's opting to rotate down to the Thrall. This could be a bad sign for Thrall if they catch you. Genji on the backside now. He pops the... Blaze just missing there on the stun. That stun may have been enough to help secure that. So Cujo rotating on up, carefully, doing what he can to survive as Genji. He's going to go extract his way to safety with a big Ancestral on him right as he does that. And that's going to turn the fight the other direction here. This Blaze has now arrived, getting the stuns. Here comes Hyperion. There's the Earthquake to try to buy some time for his team. From the Thrall, Lightning, big Riptire, here it goes. 2 targets, not quite dying. Rhaegar's going to be able to heal them up. And this team fight, with the support totem dropped, now gives that little bit of extra health to the side of Cycloswarm. Joe getting the grab. She does fall to a blizzard. Garrosh is just as low, though. He goes down. Cujo in trouble. He goes down. It's just a bloodfest right here in this support camp area. But that is about time for the top siege camps for the side of Cycloswarm to push their way in. Just going to give Cycloswarm the slight advantage here. Let them start the objective. And grab level 13. Jaina does finish her globe quest, which means she's going to have a good mana regen throughout the rest of the match. Wind Fury, that's what it was, escaping me. They don't have vision here. There they go. Joe making herself known. Turret is down for Cycle Swarm. And the dance for the objective begins. Blaze is thrown. They taunt him, but he drops the bunker just in time. Gonna be able to get out. He's got the silencer underneath him from Stukov. Able to blitz on out of there. Overtime has begun. Big ancestral from the Rhaegar there to keep Blaze alive. Get on to top health. Genji with a massive X-Strike, hitting just the edge of it on the Thrall to finish him off. Kaiser has to pop the Unstoppable. But big heals coming out of Stukov here, trying to buy some time, get the team out of there. But Stukov's the next one to fall as the Protector does its superhero landing. And it has arrived, driven by Genji. Johanna going to jump in the back, and here goes Cycle Swarm with the second Protector and a level 13 talent tier lead. Mons just narrowly avoiding the Jimmy there. Here comes Hyperion plus the Protector, getting that widespread damage, getting things locked down from the Protector. Down goes one tower, down goes the wall, down goes another tower. Garrosh is awfully low, barely misses getting snagged, but he does get popped by Jimmy. Junkrat doing what he can to poke, Stukov doing what he can to poke. Thrall throwing out some lightning when he can. It's just a dangerous mess at the moment. Level 16 to the side of Psycho Swarm. They now have a full talent tier advantage again, and Blaze is taking out the bottom fort. As the rest of Psycho Swarm makes their way mid, pops out the mid fort. Probably going to pop the well here in the process. That they do, and down goes Jaina. She gets caught just enough by the Protector as it's about to fall. 1%. With 6 seconds left, it goes down. Blaze dropping some fire. Kills 9-3 in favor of Psycho Swarm at the moment. They have 6 forts to the 2 of the squad. And they begin to take the camps again. Squad 9 sensing that the Cycle Swarm was coming. Cycle Swarm coming in once again, saying this is ours, invading the camp, and walking out. They are not letting up at all on the side of Cycle Swarm. There's a massive X-Strike. With the following up the big stun from Blaze, he drops the bunker to avoid the earthquake. Hyperion flies its way over, not having many targets this time to hit. But it is going to be enough to buy Cycle Swarm the advantage they need to get out. There goes Genji dashing away. They're going to take the support camp here, likely take the other 2 camps and paint that map red. Get as much siege and pressure going as they can before this final objective comes up. Almost forgetting the support totem there. Stated both teams taking the respective, Psycho Swarm taking the respective camps. Squad 9 doing some cleanup. Trying to get to 16 here. It is 18-14 in terms of level. With as powerful as that Protector is, Volskaya is one of those maps where the more forts you can get down per Protector, the more that lead is going to grow, and it's going to grow quickly. Crush getting a good slam there. Not quite able to get close enough for the throw. Extract from the Genji. Blizzard is down, trying to slow them down, get out some damage. Cycle Swarm opting to back out again. Taking a look at the quest, Stukov is only at 9 stacks. A Fated Touch. Thrall is completed, like all the elements. Warbreaker is completed. So Groundbreaker has a reduced cooldown, that's the slam move. Just seen there. Fingers of Frost was completed. Joe has a quest as well, but we got a big fight going. Oh, Junkrat is not using the mine to get himself out of there, just barely. Getting out with very little health. Garrosh in the same boat. Blaze just barely missing the stun, but Jimmy's able to finish off Jaina anyways. Blaze deciding to wall grind instead. But it does buy just enough time as Cycle Swarm's going to take this turret camp back up here. Their Knights are back up as well. I wonder if they're going to opt to go take that. Looks like Cheese Sticks is headed that direction. MJ Doom up here trying to clear out some catapults and get that extra XP. They have hit level 16 on the side of Squad 9. 19 on the side of Cycle Swarm. Squad 9 needs to regroup. Let's see what they can do here. They are going to be up against 3 turrets and a healing pulse totem as well. This could be a very rough fight on probably the most aggravating of the 3 points on both Sky as you see those conveyor belts. Moving everything, including items. As JS Mons is trying his best to poke from a distance safely. Objective is being taken though, it's at 60%. And Squad 9 gonna have to make the move here. In goes the Garage, gets the Groundbreaker down. But Blaze with a big charge in there, not getting a stun thanks to the Ice Fog, but Cujo is X-striking it out. Here comes a Riptire, it does land, but doesn't kill anybody. The damage was widespread, it was down. Blaze using that bunker, which doesn't move. Getting a big stun on Thrall there, down goes Thrall. So good use of ultimates there on both sides. Unfortunately, the ultimates worked out for one side, didn't quite work out for the other. The Cycle Swarm has the third protector, which could spell trouble as they are nearing level 20. JS Mons doing what he can, tossing out those grenades. Shooting a dog in the face. And Raynor popping Hyperion again to combo with the protector, and that is just clearing things out ever so quickly. Front wall is down, well is going down. Down goes the keep here any second. And Kaiser just trying so hard to clear. They've got catapults pushing from the top lane. They've got full team and protector coming from the bottom. Level 20 up. If this holds up long enough, we will take a look at the ults. Otherwise, we'll review them after the game. Garage getting the Groundbreaker, but this protector is just tearing through the core. Squad 9 doing everything they can in their power to try to stall this. 30%, 28%, 15%. GG in the favor of Psycho Swarm as Genji is left flying through the air. And that'll do it. Game number 2 going in favor of Psycho Swarm. That'll be a 2-0 domination. Let's take a look at the final stats here for match number 2. As you can see, we got the talents here. Level 20 talents were Living Weapon from Genji, Execute from Jimmy, Rewind from Rhaegar, Blaze with Burn Notice, and Johanna with Indestructible. Looking at the final stats, we have Stukov with 55,000 healing, having to pump out those numbers as fast as they can. Trying to get as much damage as they can. Relieved from their team. Just wasn't quite enough. Junkrat with top siege and top damage on the side of his team. They're all taking top soak. Garage holding out with about 50,000 in damage taken on that front line. Flipping over to the side of Psycho Swarm, we have Cujo and Raynor tying for kills at 4. Raynor taking top damage, 43,000. Rhaegar top healing for their team at 39,000. Blaze 118,000 siege damage, 37,000 damage taken by Blaze as well, 45,000 damage taken by Johanna. So there you go, folks. Game number 2 in the bag in favor of Psycho Swarm as they take this match 2-0. That's a domination here in Division C West. Congratulations to Psycho Swarm. Best of luck the rest of the season. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Take care.